about to go live with GGX versus Phoenix Legion in MOR8 Div A. So first we're going to have Forest Colony Snow, 625 ton drops. Hit go, mate. Yeah, we're going. Team 1, we're going to have Phoenix Legion. Team 2, JGX, led by Data. See what Zinzo has set up for Phoenix Legion here. So of the teams, Phoenix Legion notorious for their interesting strategies, and JGX, the blue laser masters of MechWarrior Online. So we'll see what they bring here. I'm going to expect AC2s, probably from JGX. Right, straight away we see for Phoenix Legion, a Direwolf, Annihilator, Piranha, another Annihilator, Bloodass, Piranha, and Madcat. So it looks like a very aggressive water strat that's going to come in from Phoenix Legion. From JGX, it's a lot of blue lasers, so we've got Hellbringer, Annihilator, Hellbringer, Annihilator, Supernova, Flea, Warhawk, and Annihilator. So I'm going to expect here basically Phoenix Legion to have to push the water and try and get those trades across. Very interesting that Steamroll here is in the Direwolf. He's normally in their light mechs. And immediately JGX getting Kappa. So it's going to be, the onus will be on Phoenix Legion to make the move here. Wish got a tunnel push possibly incoming. No? No, they're going to hold there. It looks like they're going to try and assault towards Pickle Factory, where Krasnopesky and Boss are set up. Oh wow, no, they're going tunnel. Oh gosh, not like this. So the 3 remaining assault mechs for GGX here, for Phoenix Legion here, are going to be pushing the proverbial uphill for a moment until their friends get there. So what happens here is basically JGX need to move away from the tunnel and receive this push, sightline off their assaults from Phoenix Legion, and have an 8-on-5 coming out of the tunnel. Looks like Bossy is going to get caught out though. He can't get off the rock. He's taken way too much damage. I think he's done. Oh, he just gets away with half a mech. What are you seeing there, Unbreakable?
Oh yeah, he barely got out of there, and he still might not get out of there. That Piranha is on him.
There we go, trading 1 for 1. I'll say here, if JGX can protect their assaults from those AC2 assaults from Phoenix Legion, they should be able to win this quite comfortably. Yep, Phoenix Legion are losing too many. Rolsh about to go down though in his Annihilator. Rolsh tanking really well. So we need to get out in the light mechs now, so the 2 Piranhas need to get taken down quickly.
Oh, that Piranha just narrowly avoided an airstrike.
Absolutely. Dargor as well about to go down the Annihilator.
Now if those piranhas
they're lasting to a long time.
Yeah. Surprisingly long. If they can shake off the fleas and get back to their heavies, their assaults, they might stand a chance. Oh.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have too much health here on first Jaguar Guards team. Yeah, no, it's turning back now. That's it. It's pretty much the final death throws now from the last 2 assaults. Really well played by JGX, receiving that push and recognizing that it was incoming. Dario here in the flea is just going to finish him off, I reckon, with Alex.
We'll see if Shabrazik... See if Shabraza can secure a kill on that flea before he goes down. Or on the Warhawk. Oh, nope.
No, they're really healthy. It was a good attempt there by Phoenix Legion. I just feel like they probably didn't need to go through the tunnel.
Yeah. Although it was a good strat. Had they caught them unaware of what was happening, they may have been able to do significant damage to some of their heavier mechs.
Absolutely. Looking at the damage numbers here, this Phoenix Legion Piranha has put in a ton of work with 708 damage. Steamroll did well on the Direwolf from the back with nearly 700, and a really good spread by JGX. Yeah, just PM me it, mate. And map strat if you want me to help you out with the map strat.
Oh yeah! I always forget that part.
No problem.
Alright, from what I can remember, Phoenix Legion... was it GGX? Phoenix Legion had their lights come up through the tunnel. Try to ambush. Where did those grid squares come from?
I put them there.
They came out from the tunnel and tried to ambush.
Yeah, they came through the tunnel there and they set up their assaults on the left-hand flank.
They
so they sort of set up around this sort of area. We had the Annihilator and Direwolves. Sorry, the Direwolf and Annihilators. Well, JGX was incredibly smart here. They did have two mechs up high, but one of them must have had seismic sensor, the Supernova possibly. They dropped the UAV. It might have been otherwise Dario and the fleet, and then they managed to get down here, get behind these sort of structures, and sightline off the Phoenix Legion assaults mostly. Looks like Stimrog and that did get a couple of shots in, but they allowed them to basically get sightline, preventing any trade coming from this yellow line coming in, and got an 8v5 the majority of the end of the match.
A good strat, but a risky one taking that tunnel.
Very much so, because it completely gives up an entirely, like, you have no map pressure whatsoever while those mechs are in the tunnel.
And assuming they don't get caught, which they did get caught coming out of the tunnel. If they don't get caught, they could possibly do some damage, but you're running a risk of them being unaware.
Absolutely, and the entire plan basically is to surprise those two mechs on Pickle Factory Hill. So in that little spot right here, if they got the quick gank on those two mechs, it would have worked. But those mechs were ready for it. Unfortunately, the Supernova took too long to get away, but I think he actually dropped down a decent strike.
That was a great strike. All right. Looks like JGX is going to be making some substitutions.
Yeah, that or some rebuilds.
Now, do you recognize any of the people on PHL side?
Yeah, very much so. So we've got Zinjo, the always strong leader of Phoenix Legion. Stimrog, the EMP light, I believe he's a light main. Very strong pilot. We've got Polycat, there's a fair few very strong pilots there. Funnily enough, they're mostly known though for their risky strategies. So they're a very strong team. They probably don't have the same mechanical ability that JGX have, but they'll be trying to outthink them most of the time. They're from the JGX side, obviously recognising Navid, strong light pilot from Dropship 5 days, Data, Dargor, absolute machines at long range. We've got Krasnodesky, the light main and also leader of Black Omen. Boss, typically known for his longer range play. EH, don't know a lot about him, but he tends to be quite strong at all things I've seen him in.
Yeah, even though I'm still dropping in tier 3, I've actually had matches against Data, Boss, Cress, and at least one or two other people that I've seen on their team before, and they're definitely great at long range, especially with those annihilators. I was dropping with Comstar Postal Service the other day in Faction, and River City, they brought some annihilators with 5ER larges, and they shredded us. So they're really good at range. They're really accurate with their shots. They're good at getting angles. They're going to be a tough team to beat from my experience.
Absolutely, and especially on Forest Colony there, the side that Phoenix Legion spawned on, it's a little bit tougher because you don't get the 3 cap. You need to make an aggressive movement, and that allowed JGX to play the aggressive blue laser play. But switching over to Grim Plexus, this is where Phoenix Legion might have the edge with their team play and interesting strategies. Because knowing JGX, they're going to play a bit of receive mostly, and if like we saw in Eon game earlier, if the other side manages to jump on top of their lower DPS mechs, it can really go one way.
Alright, so we're just waiting on JGX, Phoenix Legion, all locked in.
Now, do you have the map strat still open?
Huh, you know what? I do.
Quickly just go through what we expect to see.
Alright.
So JGX here, what I would expect is them to use this hill. Possibly leave Darigo, their light specialist, in the circle in these areas here. Possibly between the buildings, hiding around low ground. I would expect to see possibly some range trading from that area. From the Phoenix Legion side, it's a very interesting one. So there's different ways you can do it. You can YOLO straight across to try get them. Switch to blue here. Or like we saw with RJF earlier, just coming straight across the circle over the top into them. Now, from that Team 1 side as well, there is a few natural features that do allow you to set up some interesting trading positions. You got this area here, could be an interesting trading zone. Also this area here, could be a good fallback zone if they will push.
Alright.